What's the first concert you ever attended? Your first show?
Dr. Hook.
Dr. Hook. Please help me. Oh my God, I feel like I have
You
no
can pull it
idea who
up on
that is.
YouTube. You'll recognize like two of their songs for sure. Six Flags Over Texas, 1974, maybe 1975.
In Arlington? In Dallas? Oh, that's the guy I grew up there in Dallas, so
Yeah, so
that's
they
where,
had that
yeah.
little amphitheater that they had put in
Yeah.
there, and that was the first concert I ever saw was Dr. Hook at that show, at that concert. And then, I think after that it was probably ZZ Top. I saw them a few times.
Okay. What's your most recent show? Not at your place, your most recent live show you've been to.
Motley Crue. It was the maybe the big concert that I went down to in Miami, or maybe it was Rolling Loud. Rolling Loud was my last one. I went with my daughter. I went a couple 3 days. My buddy was working for P Diddy at the time, and so we had VIP passes and went to Rolling Loud. So that's
I
probably
guess
my.
if you're going to go to Rolling Loud, that's the way to do it. That had to be something
Oh yeah,
to
we
be
were we were
seen.
sitting in the booth with it was Diddy's booth, and so there was just sushi from Nobo. There was whatever you want to drink, whatever you want to smoke, whatever you want to do, whatever.
Oh my God.
Except for Freak, there was none of that that he's known for. There was none of the stuff he was known for, except for his vodka.
That's so funny. What's thinking back when I think about unexpected moments? I've been there so many times, and this is not tribute band related, but when Andy Frasco, you mentioned Andy Frasco, and I've seen Andy Frasco at live, the big live outdoor venues where he's got the horror going and he's, body surfing and everything. And when I saw he was coming local, like, how is he going to do all of that at
I got a
Crimson Heights?
video of it. I'll send it to you. It's
I was
in.
there. I was there. It was like I
When he was
stood by
smoking
the
bomb,
sound guy. What's
were you
that?
there when he was smoking the menorah bong?
The Hanukkah one. Yeah, last year. I was there. Oh yeah, I was there. And I just stood by your sound guy or whoever the sound guy was to stay out of the way of the crazy that was going on. It was something to be seen. So that's one of my most unexpected nights because that is not what I would have expected there. That was something. It was amazing. What's one of your unexpected music nights there for you?
Well, one of the fun ones was when we first opened. There was a kid named Mason Pace that somebody had told me about, and I looked him up online. It was literally the first month we were open. And later on that day, a kid walks up to me at the front door, and he goes, "Are you crazy, Uncle Mike?" And I said, "Are you Mason Pace?" And he looked at me like, "How the fuck do you know I'm Mason Pace?" And I said, "Somebody told me about you, and you're a pretty good guitar player." I said, "I got four guitars hanging on my stage right now, but band just ended. Go plug one in. Let me hear you." And he was like, "What?" He goes and tells his dad, Todd. And Todd goes, "Go get your guitar. They live a couple blocks away." So he came back. He got up there and he rocked out solo Led Zeppelin, Judas Priest, Van Halen, all the 80s rock, just sang it beautifully. And I hired him for every Friday happy hour for the next year from that. That was one of the surprising moments.